Didn't see that coming. We'll get to that in a moment. I'm just doing the same thing I did with Stranger Things. I watch, I kind of take my notes, and I review. Sometimes it's a little hard to process because I really kind of got caught off guard, but I'm definitely going to get there. So, the opening scene is Zip, who's still selling guns even though Cottonmouth is in jail, and bumps into Luke Cage, and Luke busts up the gun sale going down, and everybody flees, and Luke has the guns. But Luke finds out that Cotton's going to get out of jail. So you kind of have this whole, oh, what the hell? I thought, I had that good conclusion from the last episode there, number 6. And they do this to me. So I'm like, what the hell? So they have no credible evidence, and because it came from Scarf, who's a corrupt cop, as it's really pointed out. We find out that Misty's being investigated by Internal Affairs. And she's not dealing well with it. We also start to get into Clarence's or Cottonmouth's past. And what I find out in this is that he was innocent. He was once just a very talented musician, and everybody else knew it. But because I guess his mother or something, a big bad Mama May of the family, eventually molded him into this hardened, take no shit criminal, and it was kind of sad because he was just kind of thrown into it, and then he came back with bloody hands to continue his practice of the piano, and he was just kind of like, all like, this is all I wanted to do, and now I have blood on my hands. It was actually a really effective scene with the blood on the hands, him being innocent, and just playing beautiful music. It goes on more. We find out that this upbringing that he had kind of gave him his this old school upbringing, being with your neighborhood kind of thing, which he kind of is doing, but he just clearly kind of fell off. We find out that Cotton also discovers that Luke does have a weakness, and it's his prison record. He was in jail, and he's an escaped prisoner. And so, the bullets can't stop him, but this little thing can put him right back in jail. Because he's an honest man, he probably would go back in jail. When Cotton, we're going to go back to Cotton because the scenes kind of keep going back and forth in it's a non-chronological storytelling technique they're doing there. I like it. It's they're kind of, with good old flashbacks. That's what I'm trying to say. And eventually we go back to Cotton, and we see that eventually he makes a decision for what's it going to be. Is it going to be music or my family? And he has the blood on his hands, and with some remorse, he chooses family, the gangster lifestyle. Now, we also see Luke opening up to Claire. And we kind of learn about that he doesn't have much of a relationship with his father. That he's kind of like leaving his father in a sense with knowing that his son died as a criminal, and he's not really upset about it. I think Claire was more upset for him, trying to convince him that go talk to your dad. Man. We also learned that there's no digital fingerprint. Somebody's covered up for Luke Cage's past, and I'm really curious about it. Like, I can't help but I don't think it would be this Seagate prison facility that did that, or did they? Like, you don't really get to see what kind of or power, what the kind of power this organization holds, because you haven't really seen them anything but in the flashbacks, really. And the only other real things that hook him up to the prison is what's his name? That snaky little white dude that works for Diamondback and is hanging around Cottonmouth counseling him. I can't remember his name, but yeah, you know what sleazy guy I'm talking about. He's like, always wearing the sunglasses, wearing a gray suit, looking all skinny and stuff. Yeah. So, oh yeah. At some point, Diamondback does, gets referenced again because Cotton actually looks like he asked for help. But I don't think the help came to Cotton in the way, because he talked to, what is her name? Counselor Maria, which is no longer a counselor because she kind of got a unanimous decision and voted off the island by the city council. And do you know what? Actually, she's in the past with Cotton, with that old lady there who kicks some serious butt and who's kind of like really OG gangster there. That sleazy little guy, he sees that really mean woman in Maria, and I think he pushes her towards us doing something that we did not see coming at all. Why do I say we? Maybe I'm wearing a mask, but fucking Maria kills fucking Cotton in rage. Just said something that triggered a past memory, a really bad one, and he pushes her, or she pushes him out through the window. He falls down, he's not quite dead, and she's all pissed off and comes down in a fury and finishes the job. And sleazy dude comes on out and says, "See, you have the nerve. You're doing." It looks like she's going to be taking over Cotton's position. This is going to be interesting to see how that plays out, because does she really have the cojones to do that? And it's really fair to say cojones. But is she going to live up to that really bad mama girl from the past who molded Cotton into what he is? I don't know. I just don't know. But let's go right to the end. Those experimental rifles that got confiscated by the cops that set off all this chain of events here, we find out Luke Cage is not invulnerable to that. It actually it hits him and hurts him. It pierces his skin, explodes inside, but it doesn't look like it kills him. It knocks him over and looks like it severely injures him. I guess similar to the shotgun to the head in Jessica Jones. I'm kind of confused about how they're portraying Luke Cage, or Power Man, because he really is he's like this is one of these indestructible individuals, not like overly powered, but yeah, he's got strength, but he's pretty well like near invulnerable. I think it took a high super concentration of energy to kill him in Age of Ultron. Like a lot. I had to incinerate that fucker. But yeah, Luke Cage is not invulnerable in this as you would like to think that the comics portray him as. I can't really honestly say much about him because I have never really gone back and read them. I remember reading Power Man and Iron Fist way back in the day, but it was so long ago that I can't recall that. Those were great comics. It's too bad I don't really remember them, but I was really entertained as a kid by Power Man and Iron Fist and Daredevil. So yeah, this was a great episode. It really felt like the last one felt like it ended as a mid-season, and this one feels like it picks up at mid-season. So this must have been the little break if it was on network television, but no, do you know what? This isn't network television. When I went online and checked out what this thing is categorized as, web series. Yes, web series. Thank goodness. Anyways, I am Jay, leader of channelj.tv, and that was a good episode.